We are taking a break from our Israel travel vlog to make way for an adventure as we cross borders in the northeastern corner of the Arabian Peninsula. Our destination is the coastal waters of the stunning Arabian Sea, the picturesque Oman part of Dibba, also called Dibba al-Balya. A journey through Dibba's UAE and Oman charm, where the UAE meets Oman, and nature steals the show. 5:48 a.m. It was still dark when we got into a taxi outside Al Ghurair Center. 6 a.m. We arrived at the pickup location behind Spinneys. Taxi fare came to 20 dirhams. As noted in the itinerary, respect the schedule to avoid delays. When we arrived, we spotted several tour buses, including ours from the tour company. Waiting for more guests, Mr. Azhar handed out water. The bus left 20 minutes off schedule as some guests were late. Today, UAE marks Martyrs' Day. With National Day on Monday, the holiday spirit is in full swing. Even after traveling this road countless times, the view continues to charm us. Some parts of the once desert landscape, with its shifting hues, have surprisingly transformed into a green oasis, a refreshing burst of vegetation amidst the sand. The extended holiday for government and some private sector workers makes this a popular time for travel within the Emirates or nearby countries. The way the road winds between towering mountains is always what I looked forward to. It's the perfect way to begin the journey. It offers a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of the city, allowing you to immerse yourself in nature's tranquility. Politically, Dibba is divided into 3 segments. Dibba al-Fujairah is ruled by the Emirate of Fujairah, UAE. Dibba al-Hizn is ruled by the Emirate of Sharjah, UAE. Dibba al-Balya, ruled by the Governorate of Musandam, Oman. After nearly 2 hours on the road, the driver parked the bus near the border. He stepped out, and soon a man in a white and blue uniform entered. He was the one handing out our visas. We were given copies of our passports along with 2 documents for entry and exit. They'll return 1 copy to us, and we have to keep it safe for when we leave. Since the border checks are done manually, we knew it would take a little extra time.
Passport from your bag or somewhere. Open the first page of passport. Keep the Emirates ID with you.
9:15 a.m. We've just passed through the border security check. Hello from the jewel of the Arabian Peninsula, Oman. The road development leading to the port of Dibba is underway, with construction projects happening all around the area. With the Dibba Port still under development, hopping on the boat kicked off our exciting Dibba Sea adventure, leaping from one boat to another until we finally reached ours. 9:30 a.m. The boat was all set to sail. Just a heads up, we had no restroom breaks until we got to the boat, so be prepared. We took our spot on the top deck of the 2-decker dhow. Inspired by our unforgettable 10-hour bus ride in Turkey from Denizli to Cappadocia, we thought about doing a similar trip to Salalah. Ultimately, we decided against it, as it's not the best season to visit. Dubai to Dibba is just over a 1-hour, 45-minute drive. Since we're only staying for 1 day, we decided to just book a tour from a service provider who organized all the arrangements for us. However, if we were staying longer to fully explore a country, we'd need weeks. In that case, we prefer a DIY approach. I came across an ad for this trip from Silver Century Tourism LLC on Facebook and messaged them at 10:06 p.m. on Tuesday. The conversation continued via WhatsApp with agent Mr. Matt. 10:25 p.m., I decided to go ahead and book the trip, taking his word for it since he had experienced it with his family and had a great time. Fruits and refreshments were set at the lower deck. Going back to the booking, I mean, when family's involved, it's a whole different vibe. Yes, the marketing totally got me. I then sent our documents, made the full payment of 340 AED so he could proceed with the necessary arrangements. We helped ourselves to some fruit, biscuits, water, and juice. It's a good idea to bring some extra snacks, just in case you get hungry, since lunch isn't served until past 12. On Thursday night, Mr. Matt sent me this confirmation. On Friday afternoon, I received a more detailed itinerary. The whole communication was handled entirely through WhatsApp, easy and seamless. The boat isn't crowded either. The road to Dibba is familiar to us, as we often travel this route heading to Fujairah, one of our go-to Emirates for relaxation in the UAE. Even though we've seen the Hayar Mountains countless times, nature never fails to charm us over and over. It's no surprise that the cameras kept clicking non-stop as guests took pictures. As members of the Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC), UAE residents have the option to apply for a special Omani tourist visa known as the GCC Resident Visa. To be eligible for the Oman GCC Resident Visa, you must meet the following requirements. Apply for the visa from outside of Oman. UAE residence visa must be valid for at least 6 months. Passport must be valid for at least 6 months. Profession that is recognized on the Omani government's approved list. Additional requirements may apply, depending on factors, such as nationality. I'm torn between enjoying the view or drifting off to sleep, as the breeze is like a lullaby, gently brushing against my eyes. It's really amazing to see the different formations and colors of the Rocky Mountains. The colors vary from browns to lighter shades of beige and gray, making the scene look like a natural masterpiece. Some are tall and dramatic, while others are more laid back, spread out across the landscape. It's incredible how every mountain has its own unique look, almost like it has a story to tell. We've been sailing for about 45 minutes now, and the color of the water has shifted from a deep blue to a vibrant green. This change hints at shallower depths below, where sunlight reaches closer to the seabed. A dhow rests anchored in the serene part of the water, and it seems this is where we'll be stopping as well. Soon enough, the captain skillfully maneuvered the boat into position. The next clip calls for a moment of silence, allowing us to fully appreciate the significance of the scene.
Ingat doon. Ingat dito. Ingat doon.
Before the ship reached its anchoring point, the crew advised us to prepare by changing into our water sports attire. The excitement and energy of the guests were clear as they eagerly looked forward to the fun water activities ahead. Using a small boat, the captain will transport the guests to the shore, taking us in batches to the swimming area. Before heading to the beach, the captain will give everyone a quick, thrilling ride across the sea, adding an extra dose of excitement to the day. As the saying goes, why settle for just one thrill when you can double the fun? An extra dose of flavor can make this moment truly unforgettable. Safety first. The crew was quick to assist, making sure everyone was safe. The cheers and laughter amplified the excitement even more, along with some moral support for fellow passengers through enthusiastic hand waves. Now, it's our turn.
Go to backside, 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 backside.
We were taken to beach swimming area after a quick, thrilling ride. Though, to be honest, I think the excited screams of some of us, including myself, was the real thrill, more so than the actual water roller coaster ride, quote unquote. The beach was lively with people, but it never felt too crowded. The captain will head back to the dhow to pick up another batch of guests. This beach in Dibba, surrounded by the majestic higher mountains, offers a breathtaking view. The clear, clean waters glisten under the sun, perfectly contrasting with the rugged beauty of the mountains.
Dito.
From a distance, we catch sight of a charming little cat on the beach. There's something undeniably endearing about it, set against the vastness of the ocean. It's for catching the sunlight as it wanders along the shore. Well, hello there, you adorable little bundle of fluff. Are you the island's official greeter, here to welcome us with that sweet, curious gaze? We didn't expect a feline friend to be our welcoming committee. We hope you'll forgive us we came empty-handed. Let's head over to the shaded side of the beach, where a group from Quwain, including some Cababans, are chilling out. Under the sun, there's a tiny pinkish rock on top of this huge stone. And an oyster? It looked meaty. Kabayan said it tasted fresh and clean. Who would have thought oysters were so abundant here? Kabayan couldn't help but wish aloud, if only I had brought some vinegar. Oysters are often expensive, but here, they're free and freshly harvested straight from the sea. We also spotted small crabs hiding between the rocks, taking refuge there. Some of our Cababans are really into oyster hunting, fully embracing the experience. It's not just about collecting oysters. It's the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of finding them, and the joy of enjoying something so fresh and free.
Abi, binidyo mo ako, hindi! Ay, hindi pala! Dito na lang, balik ko to! Abangan mo yan sa YouTube! Panoorin mo lang sa YouTube.
Panoorin.
It's like a taste of something from home, bringing a little piece of the familiar to this new adventure. The Cabans, some of whom are oyster hunters, are based in Quwain and work at a school. Patience and determination always pay off. Just look at that fresh, meaty girl. And that smile says it all, a hunter's pride after harvesting a juicy oyster. Paul couldn't resist and joined in the hunt, determined to find the juiciest oysters. Caught up in the thrill of the chase. Sometimes the best rewards come from diving into an adventure with a bit of determination and a lot of passion. Out here on the beach, with the sound of the waves in the background and the salty air filling your lungs, it's easy to forget everything else. The sand beneath your feet, the thrill of the hunt, the simple joy of being fully present in the moment. It all reminds us that life is about more than just reaching the goal. It's about savoring the journey, embracing the challenge, and connecting with the world around us. Just like the succulent oyster a day gather, sometimes the most rewarding moments in life are the ones we discover when we allow ourselves to be fully immersed, passionate, and determined no matter where the adventure takes us. In this amazing ocean breeze, it's easy to see that despite our varying life stories, nationalities, and backgrounds, we find common ground in shared experiences, laughter, and support. It's in these special moments that we realize how differences are not barriers, but bridges, strengthening the bonds we share. Every laugh, every shared story reminds us that it's not about where we come from, but how we come together. These moments, simple yet profound, are the ones that truly enrich the connection we have with each other. After a while, the boat captain brought over two kayaks. With so many guests, it was a bit of a balancing act to make sure everyone got a chance to try it. Kayaking was actually at the top of my list of water activities. The water is incredibly clear, with tiny shells and earthy colors scattered across the sand. It's so relaxing to just soak your feet in the water. The oyster hunting adventure isn't over yet. Some of the Quwain Group was able to hop on the boat first to enjoy the Banana Boat ride. We were hoping to capture some footage of them, but the boat quickly filled up as more guests eagerly approached before it could even dock closer. While waiting for our turn to ride the boat back to the dhow, we passed the time playing in the sand and hunting for shells in the areas where the water bubbled up. Our little adventure caught the attention of the Cubans nearby, who were taking shelter by the boat as they eagerly waited for their turn on the kayak. They kindly let me go first since I just wanted a quick paddle near the shore. The Banana Boat ride kicked off, with the boat captains ensuring the guests would get a good splash and fall off for some added excitement. After a while, we couldn't wait any longer, so we waded into the deeper water to get to the boat. Ms. Abby, from the Quwain Group, was concerned about Miss Jenny. Since she didn't know how to swim, I believe they briefed Captain about it to make sure everything was okay. And just like that, the Banana Boat adventure of their lives was about to kick off. Left leg might have slipped just a bit too much to the right, and whoops, down he went, and the rest followed. Let's rewind that moment.
Perfect.
Miss Jenny went the farthest. Was she the last to fall? Good job. Miss Jenny went the farthest. Not because she was the last to fall off the banana boat, but because she held on tight to the banana, and she got carried away from the rest of the group. Her friends were there to comfort. Since we were already half soaked, Paul thought, why not get fully drenched? He went on the banana boat ride. I think the video will speak for itself what happened next. No captions needed.
Abby, again! Bakit?
Ay, si Jenny! Bakit pa nakalas? Ano ka nasama sa baka? Nakahawak ako! Nakahawak ako, di pa rin gagawin ka na. Nakahawak ka sa banana ba?
Kaya pala, sabi ko bakit nadadala siya? Ang layo niya.
Sabi ko, mamamatay na yan.
Let's watch that one more time. Not every fall is sorrowful. Some bring laughter and joy, like tumbling off a banana boat ride.
Na-enjoy?
Una yung sa kanila.
Yeah. Hello, hello. Enjoy? No? No.
Last year.
The crew was kind enough to allow last round for anyone who hadn't gone yet. I joined in. He joined as well. Credit to Miss Abby for capturing our banana boat ride moment. We really appreciate her taking the time to do that. Lunch was already served, but she prioritized capturing our adventure on video instead. Speaking of lunch, let's wrap this up so we can finally dig in. What a fantastic way to wrap up the Banana Boat activity. I think we pulled off the longest ride. Great job, team. From a splash to a bite, let's dig in. Our lunch menu features a variety of dishes: green salad, hummus, kubas Arabic bread, biryani, white rice, fried chicken, mixed vegetables, dal, and another chicken dish. I couldn't quite figure out the recipe for that one, and I didn't ask either because I was too hungry. We're pleased to share, the food is good. This scene reminds me of our boat ride across the serene waters of the Sea of Marmara in Istanbul. After lunch, the boat set sail for our next destination. During lunchtime, the boat crew allowed guests who wanted to use the kayak to paddle around near the area where the boat was docked. Smart move by the crew, giving those who missed out at the shore a chance to kayak. On the way to the next destination, the crew began setting up the fishing gear. By far, the crew's service has been commendable. They've been helping guests as much as they can, and I've noticed they truly strive to ensure everyone has a great time. If it's safe, they'll gladly accommodate guest requests. One improvement could be a more organized pickup from the shore. It would be helpful to give guests a heads up that the Banana Boat ride will be done before returning to the dhow, ensuring that guests are aware and can plan accordingly. The next activity is a visit to a cave I've been looking forward to. Since it depends on the water level, this activity was not guaranteed. That was clearly stated in the itinerary, which is great so guests know what to expect. There are 2 washrooms on the dhow. Initially there was long queue, but there was plenty of time for everyone to change. It just required some proper timing. So, we decided to have our meal first before freshening up and changing. The washrooms were also clean, which was a nice touch. 1:46 p.m., the cave came into view. The cave is known as the White Hayar Cave or White Cave. The name is derived from the white limestone color, which creates a contrast against the darker rocks above it. It wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but I'm grateful we got to see it, rather than always wondering what it looked like. We are fortunate the tide is still in our favor. Otherwise, this visit would have been skipped. It's amazing how the right timing can make all the difference, allowing us to experience this beautiful spot without any setbacks. The contrast between the tides, the landscape, and the clear waters is a reminder of just how much nature plays a role in shaping our adventures. Moments like these make everything feel like it was meant to be. Even when things aren't exactly as we imagined, they somehow work out in a way that makes the experience feel even more special. It's amazing how travel brings people together, and their friendly energy made the day even more memorable. Like Ms. Abby and her group, that added another layer of enjoyment to the journey. These unexpected connections are what truly make adventures stand out, reminding us that the best moments often come when we least expect them. Journeys are never just about the destination. They're defined by the encounters along the way, the experiences we have, and the people we meet that make the trip unforgettable. And, of course, it's the people we're with, the ones who stick with us from start to finish, that truly make the experience complete. Around 2 p.m., we arrived at the fishing spot, another fun activity on the itinerary, especially if we managed to catch some fish. One by one, the guests on the dhow cruise picked up their fishing gear and settled into their spots along the boat, each eager to land the catch of the day. The peaceful waters and cool breeze made it the perfect setting for some leisurely fishing, with everyone hoping for a successful catch. The atmosphere on the boat was filled with excitement as everyone busied themselves with their fishing gear. There was a buzz of anticipation in the air, and you could feel the energy, everyone eager to cast their lines and see who would land the first catch. And the best part, no one was going home without catching a fish. As the guests settled into their spots, the sound of lines splashing into the water filled the air. Each person cast their bait with hope and focus, chatting occasionally but mostly staying quiet, waiting for a bite. The calm surroundings made it easy to relax, but the thrill of the hunt was always just beneath the surface. Some guests exchanged tips, while others silently stared at their lines, eager for any sign of movement. It was a shared moment of anticipation, and you could feel the excitement building as everyone got into the rhythm of the fishing.
False alarm?
Fishing is an integral part of Oman's economy and culture, with a rich history that dates back centuries. Surrounded by both the Arabian Sea and the Gulf of Oman, the country boasts an abundance of marine life, making fishing a vital industry for both local communities and the nation as a whole. Traditional methods of fishing, such as using small boats and hand lines, continue to be practiced, especially in coastal towns like Sur and Muscat. Oman's fisheries contribute significantly to the economy, with fish and seafood being major exports. Soon enough, Ms. Bell was pulling up her fishing line, feeling a strong tug as she caught her first fish of the day. Her face showed a mix of focus and effort as she battled to reel in the fish, every muscle straining with determination. You could feel the intensity as she worked against the pull of the water, her hands steady on the line, refusing to let go.
Dito ka na. Uy. Oh, picture, te. Tingin dito, te. Tingin dito, te.
The accomplishment smile on her face was matched by the excitement of her companions behind her, cheering her on when she carefully pulled the fish onto the boat. It was a beautiful catch, shimmering with a brilliant blue color. We marveled at its beauty. I wonder if this type of fish is edible. The streak is over for Ms. Val. She made a catch for the day, making her fishing trip truly worthwhile. She tried to remove the fish from the hook, but it was more challenging than expected. A crew member quickly came in to rescue, but even he struggled. Catching the fish was the easy part, but getting it off the hook, that's a whole other challenge. It felt like the fish was holding on for dear life, giving the dhow an unexpected workout. Looks like we needed a backup rescue. Who better to save the day than the captain himself? The captain totally saved the day. Or should I say, saved the fish. With a swift move, he managed to get it off the hook and send it back to the water where it belonged. Not sure if the fish will survive, though. I hope it will. That first catch seemed to spark hope in the other guests, as if it gave everyone a little challenge to catch one themselves. It was like a silent boost that kept everyone on their toes, eager for their own turn. And guess what? No catch, no exit clearance. Time kept ticking by, but no one else managed to catch a fish. The crew were patient, constantly putting new bait on the hooks. No matter how many different positions the guests tried, the bait just kept running out. But as time went on, some of the guests started losing hope of catching anything. It even turned into a joke that maybe the fish caught was just an accomplice of the crew to avoid any doubts that there were no fish to catch at all.
Padating na kami.
Pagpahuli ka na. Wala tayong likod.
Parang laruan yung gano'n.
Artista pala yun.
My captain, however, wasn't giving up. Don't worry, we'll just buy at the fish market together. And then, time was up, fishing was over. At least the group didn't go home empty-handed. Big congrats to Ms. Val. Only one fish was caught, but the many memories we made that day were more than enough to bring back home. Past 2 p.m., it was time to head back to the port. This was another chance to enjoy the beauty of the Hayar Mountains while sailing through the coastal waters of the stunning Arabian Sea in the picturesque Oman part of Dibba. We came here to see part of Oman, to enjoy, relax, and have fun. And those boxes were definitely ticked. Overall, the tour was great. A must-try day vacation outside UAE. Special commendation to Mr. Matt from Silver Century, who was easy to communicate with and providing all necessary details. To Mr. Azar for his excellent driving skills, which made us feel safe. The boat crew's assistance and preparation, the food and refreshments, and the water sports activities were all highly commendable. For 169 dirhams per person, including transport, visa and visa processing, food, drinks, and activities, it's definitely worth the money. Oh, another recommendation. Although the intention to wait for the late guest is understandable, sticking to the scheduled departure time or limiting the waiting time would be fair to the majority of guests who made the effort to arrive on time. Overall, we had an amazing time and would definitely recommend booking with Silver Century Tourism. As I mentioned earlier, when family's involved, it's a whole different vibe. Yes, the marketing totally got me, but it lived up to the hype. If you're interested in experiencing it for yourself, feel free to contact Mr. Matt. Past 3 p.m., disembarking the boat turned out to be an adventure of its own as well. Hopefully, by our next visit, the area will be more accessible, ensuring the safety of both guests and the workforce. For now, we'll make the most of this unique experience, knowing that the area might look very different during our next visit as development is underway. As long as we stick to the safety procedures and stay vigilant, fingers crossed, we'll reach the dock safe and sound. There's something special about witnessing a place before it changes, and we're determined to appreciate this rare opportunity while we can. A big shout out to the boat crew, who are doing an amazing job keeping us safe and making sure no one takes an unexpected dive into the water. Much respect to the men working in the sea for their resilience in challenging conditions. Their dedication and resilience truly deserve our heartfelt appreciation and reward. And in the end, we all safely reached the port, feeling a sense of accomplishment and gratitude for making it through the journey together. It was a pleasure meeting the Quwain Group. Wishing you all the best, and I hope our paths cross again soon. Goodbye for now to the coastal waters of the Arabian Sea, at the northeastern corner of the Arabian Peninsula, Dibba. Please welcome us again someday. Thank God for a safe and wonderful adventure cruising. As we made our way to the pier, heading back to the bus, each step carried a blend of exhaustion and fulfillment, a quiet reminder of the unforgettable adventure we had just experienced. The walk back felt like a tranquil transition, giving us one last chance to soak in the serene beauty of the sea and the surrounding landscape before bidding it farewell. By 3:19 p.m., we were back on the bus. While waiting for everyone to board, we took a moment to observe the ongoing construction around Dibba Port. It's fascinating to imagine how the area will look once these projects are completed. If we're lucky enough to return someday, it will be exciting to see these. One thing to note, patience is key when leaving Oman, especially during peak season, like now with the holiday in UAE. By 3:30 p.m., there is already a long vehicle queue on the way to the security checkpoint, and we had to wait about 2.5 hours to get through. There is only one lane for private cars and tour buses, and security check is done manually. Passengers from the other vehicle stepped out and waited by the roadside. When the bus reached the security gate, we exited one by one to present our passports and exit clearances. Just past 5 p.m., after the bus was thoroughly inspected, we were allowed to board again. Following the security check, we requested a quick washroom break, knowing we had a long journey ahead. By around 5:30 p.m., we began our trip back to Dubai. Hello again, UAE. The National Day celebrations are already visible, with decorations adding a festive touch. We got stuck in traffic. By 8:10 p.m., we finally made it back to Spinnies. See you in the next adventure.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit bell button to Paul Tonet for more videos.